On this week's episode, we talk about Fan X. It's Fan X week. Well, we're not going to talk about Fan X. We're going to talk a little bit about Fan X because it's only the first day. We also got to talk about a short film made by a fan. It's called a Star Wars movie by
James Ito.
And all the pop culture news. Okay, so it's Fan X weekend. And, this city stops for Fan X. Today was the first day. We just got back from the first day. We had tons of fun.
Yes.
Really cool things.
Cool things, cool people, cool celebrities, cool cosplay. Yeah, what were your highlights?
Yeah, we saw a couple panels. We asked questions, and we're gonna have an entire episode dedicated to Fan X next week. So we're not gonna go in depth into it, but today we saw
Anthony Michael Hall.
Brian Allahan and Jeff, the guys from The Clerks. For Kevin Smith movies. It's a trilogy. They have 3 now.
We got to see Donna Troy and Jason Todd from Titans, the HBO Max series.
Russ Marquand and David Morrissey from The Walking Dead. And Marquand, as always, did some impressions, and it was like really funny. He's gonna be on a section of the con that is called Twisted Tunes. I saw he's confirmed, and
boy.
it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
boy.
epic.
Personal highlight for me: Brent Spiner and John Delancey, both from Star Trek Next Generation.
Star Trek,
among other things.
Panel.
Yeah.
You asked them some questions, and they answered really nicely, and all of them were fun. The panels were fun. It was very entertaining. We got we learn about them. We learn about some of the stuff they worked with Anthony Michael Hall, for instance. I he's an older guy, but the things he talked about. He worked, with John Hughes when he was a kid. Diane Lane.
And he's prolific. He works hard.
Yeah.
He takes this, and I feel like he takes the profession seriously, and he's like, I was actually pretty impressed.
Yeah, and he's still working. He mentioned the Halloween movie, not long ago.
That's right.
That he was part of. Like some curiosity we learned about the original ending for Clerks, the original ending for Vacation. So that and many other things. Fan X keeps going on for 2 more days, the 23rd and the 24th of September. So if you're in town, if you have the time, you should go see it. It's fun. You're gonna meet a lot of people that like what you like. You might find people with the same fandoms as you, make friends, or even more, business opportunities, love. You're gonna be among your kind, and Fan X is the biggest one around. And again, we're gonna be there next couple of days. You're gonna get some more to talk about it. Also, you're gonna get some good images. We're gonna post the pictures of the celebrities, the cosplays.
Yes, keep an eye on the Facebook and Instagram feeds because there'll be a ton. I mean, today was the first day, and it's usually fairly sparsely attended, but already tons of incredible cosplay. So it's just gonna be more.
Yes, it's the place to be. Anything else you want to talk about Fan X?
No, especially if we're gonna do a whole episode about it. I think, just it's happening and it's worth your while. These conventions are so fun. So if you can make it, do it.
Yes, and since it's Fan X weekend, for the fans, by the fans, we're gonna talk about a short film made by local fans. As a matter of fact, I encountered one of them, Lori. It's one of the scout troopers in the show. I was walking around, and she hey, I had no idea it was her because she was on Scout Trooper.
Yes.
Imperial Scout Trooper
uniform,
a suit,
armor.
Yeah. Anyway, so this movie is called A Star Wars Movie by James Ito. If you wanna find it's on YouTube. If you wanna look for it, if you wanna watch, it's short. It's around 30 minutes, and there's a post-credit scene. So just FYI. And you should look for half Japanese. If you put on YouTube half Japanese Star Wars, I think half Japanese Star Wars, you're gonna find the movie. And what did you think?
I thought it was really fun. It was very tongue-in-cheek. You could tell the people making it really enjoyed themselves, and as far as fan-made films go, this was a fun one. There were like lots of inside jokes.
Inside jokes? How do you know?
Like, inside jokes. Lots of meta humor.
Oh, meta.
That's that's what I meant.
Yes.
Yeah. Great screen crawl. You could tell they had a good time doing effects and armor, and anyway, I enjoyed it.
It's made by fans, and therefore they most likely had a blast, and you can tell, because the movie transmits that, not only the story but transmits the, it's fun, it's funny. It was simply but well written, short, simply. There's some technical issues, but again, fans.
Yeah. And when we say fan made, like this, every now and then there's some fan productions that like go on Kickstarter and get a decent budget and everything. This is not one of those.
Yeah, no, it's local fans that I don't know details about the production. But there's definitely a lot of people involved. You're gonna see in the credits, and it's the meta thing you mentioned is because it's Star Wars. It takes place in the Star Wars universe, but it also takes place on the real universe. And not spoiling, you're gonna see that, and even on the opening credits, you're gonna see what's it called? Disney don't sue a disclaimer a long time ago.
Yes.
And the joke about Disney not suing them, and it's a very, very interesting take, very, very funny take, and if you wanna laugh a little, it has some character, it has some heart.
It does. I think this kind of thing is just very wholesome and fun. It actually reminded me a lot of a fan movie that my cousins and I made one summer. Ours was a Star Trek movie.
What's the channel? Where is it?
It is not uploaded anywhere. It was called Backyard Trek. There were Star Wars references. The script is very bad, and I can say that because I was a big part of writing the script, and it was very bad. But our set was great, and Bryson did a great... Anyway, we did it with like digital cameras. Oh man, it was very low.
Digital camera? What's a digital camera?
No mics. But anyway, it just brought back a lot of memories of how fun it was to recreate, to recreate and make that film. And so yes, it's very wholesome and fun, and supports creative people. So definitely check it out.
Yeah, a Star Wars movie by James Ito, or half Japanese, is available on YouTube for anyone to watch. If you like Star Wars, if you like having some laughs, if you're a fan, you can identify yourself with some of the characters, and that's what helps the movie quite a lot. And even some other fandoms, there's nerds, some other type of nerds in the movie, and Star Wars references from beginning to end. Some very known, some obscure. Anyways, a Star Wars movie by James Ito, half Japanese, available on YouTube. You should check it out. Another Star Wars thing that we saw this week, it was the premiere, the triple episode.
That's right, 3 episodes.
Yeah, 3 out of, I think it's gonna be 10, right?
Yeah,
10,
that sounds
12.
right.
It's definitely it's definitely not in the 20s. But it was the premiere of Andor, the spin-off of prequel of Rogue One. Based on the character Cassian Andor. And what do you think?
So far, so good.
Yeah,
I think it's a little slow if this is only going to be 10 episodes.
Yeah,
and this all took place over 3. Like, that's not a lot happened.
That's a complaint.
For considering, like, this percentage of the show. If it was just 3 episodes out of, like, a 20-episode run, fine. But if this is only 10 episodes, like, they burned a lot of time.
Yeah. It's definitely something a lot of people online have been complaining. That, yeah, it's slow pace, it's slow burn. One thing that one of the producers, creators of the show, put it online, which is never a good sign. He said that his goal was to make sure that the show will have nothing fan, what they call it when they do something for the fans,
like fan service.
Yeah, we'll have nothing of fan service, yeah. which when your goal is that, so you're basically saying I'm gonna make this, so nobody that likes this will like it. So it's like, it sounds very, if anything, stupid.
Yeah, that's a definitely weird thing for a director to say.
Because people are paying to see, people love that, and then you're gonna go and either do something that they don't love and disappoint them.
Did he just mean that, like, he's not shoving in, like, references to other Star Wars films? Like, we're not gonna have gratuitous shots of, I don't know, 3PO and R2 or something like that.
But I mean, if he, it's like, the fact that he said that, I don't know if someone forced him to say that, to still kind of protect and serve other police, to protect the master Ryan Johnson did, because that was one of the things, the fan service, because the fans have theories and have loves and are going to destroy them, and I think there's still some sort of damage control related to that. Because these people worked on Rogue One, and Rogue One was spectacular.
So good.
People that were not fans, I'm pretty sure they liked it, and people that are fans, they liked it too. I don't know. Some fans are tough to please. And they found problems. But as a hardcore fan, I don't see problems on Rogue One. I think Rogue One is an example of expanding universe to be studied by all the people that are expanding universes.
Yeah. And also just, like, really solid storytelling. Like, you could separate this film from even if you've never seen another Star Wars film, knew nothing about Star Wars, you could watch this and the storytelling is so good, like, you would get it. You would get Evil Empire, Desperate Rebellion, No Hope, but we're going to do it anyway. Like, I feel like you would get it.
Yeah, until the point, and I'm pretty sure everybody saw Rogue One, until the point in Rogue One when at the end, when the planet is destroyed, I mean, or half destroyed.
Yeah, and Scarif.
Scarif is attacked, the base is destroyed, and Jin and Cassian Andor die. If they ended the movie there with a ship flying away with the codes, that would still work. Putting Vader there was like the cherry on the top. Putting Leia was like to make our hearts pump.
Yeah.
But it would work without that, and that's a very evidence in how to make expanded universes, and they did terrifically, because the core characters, the main characters, are there because the influence in their power and their actions are everywhere in the galaxy, but they're not the main characters. So that's how you do it, and they did.
Yeah.
So they But yeah, the director said that the show is out, and it's slow burn. There's not a lot that going on in 3 episodes, and again you have the HBO standard. They have 1 hour episodes. This is a Disney Plus show. And let me check here so I don't say anything
they weren't
stupid.
Very long, were they?
But yeah, that's what I'm checking. It's probably 20 minutes ish. 40 minutes. Oh wow. Yeah. So 3 episodes, 40 minutes, and they were slow. They were not bad.
Yeah.
But
no, not at all.
But the pace was slow.
Yeah.
We did see a special what they call look on the when we Rogue One was out in the theaters couple the month of September actually, and when they re-released it, they had a special look into Andor, and that scene was in the 3rd episode. And I don't know, I guess because we saw it, to see that scene again, it didn't help. The scene is good, but it's because everything was so slow, and you did that scene, you knew exactly what was gonna happen. Anyways, so it's promising. Yeah, but it's let me put it this way: these first 3 episodes, the way they've been produced, the way they tell the story, it could be something other than Star Wars. You know, it's the story of this guy living in this planet and being exploited by, evil organization, which at this point is the Empire, but it's not really the Empire. It's a
corporation.
It's a corporation that aligns with the Empire, but it's not. You don't see stormtroopers. You see those corporation employee, and if anything, there's quality on that, on telling a story. There's Universal not relying so much on on the canon. There's vast already exists, and it's a good way to expand, because you're expanding on a specific character, expanding on the universe. You're focusing the vast universe. You're focusing on, like, okay, let's see what's going on here with this person, with this character. So far good. The pace, there's the issue with the pace, especially because the show utilizes this thing that, if you're a CW watcher, if you watched Arrow or Lost, you're gonna remember that it's like the action is taking place in one moment and then goes back into a flashback.
There are lots of flashbacks, yes,
back and forth. So I guess that will tell us more about the story, but it definitely does not help the pace.
It doesn't. They've done a good job with production design, costumes, practical effects. Oh,
the costumes! I think
the costumes are really good. Set design, it all looks good.
Yeah, Arjona, I think that's her name, is the female lead or co-lead. I don't know what's gonna happen to her character.
That's true. We don't really know. Yeah.
But her costume is pretty cool. It's something really, really beautiful, really practical, and which is. Dressing woman in Star Wars is hit or miss, but they did a terrific job for her. So was Cassian, his costumes. But again the cast I mentioned: AJ Arjona, Diego Luna. What's the name of the old guy? Oh God,
I really don't. Oh, isn't it one of the Skarsgård?
Yes, yeah.
But I can't remember which one.
I can check here.
Stellan,
I think you're right. Is he on the first episode?
It's the big Swedish one.
Is he on the first episode?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But when you watch all 3 of them together, like, they all kind of blurred together. Yeah,
Stellan Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's really good. You have really good talent there. You know, he's talking to Cassian about you know, it's time to, you know, fight these bastards. You know, it's time to, you know, and that's how, you know, he ignites the spark. Yeah. And so far no major issues. I mean, besides the pace, but we'll see how it's gonna be every week with, you know, 40 minutes. I wonder if all the episodes are gonna be 40. I hope so. They
need the time. At this rate, they need the time.
It would kind of say 38. It doesn't say.
Yeah, it doesn't say for the others.
Yeah.
We'll find out, but.
Anyway,
it's well worth a watch. If you're a Star Wars fan, I don't think you're going to be disappointed. It's got the vibe, it's got the look,
talent.
So much talent. And despite the pacing issues, I think a really promising story.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten to Coruscant yet, right?
Yeah. The start is takes all place in this two
it's like little mining planet.
Time places, time and two moments in time and two locations. It's two different planets. One he's a kid and one he's an adult, and it's gonna move from there because the action's gonna spend. If anything, the beginning so far is very tragic. It's very dark.
Yeah.
It's only the struggle, you know.
Yeah.
And if I don't know, it might be, and some people might not like it. It might be the entire show. It might be like that. Because we know. I mean,
he definitely implies that in Rogue One.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
anyway.
I fight this since I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
And if anything, which is another great thing about Rogue One, is that everything at that until that point, it was like they trying, failing, and at the end of Rogue One, hope. And then comes New Hope, and then comes the kid. They're gonna help destroy the Empire. So it might be entirely sad and dark, and even though that guy got happy, what's it called? Got lucky. Yeah. But at the end of the episode, he dies. So, anyways, Andor, not the planet.
No. Andor. Not Andor.
Not Hodor. Is available on Disney Plus. The first 3 episodes, and more to come every. What's the day? Wednesday.
Today's Thursday. Wednesday. So yeah, Wednesday.
Yes. So yeah.
Okay, moving over to Netflix and Cobra Kai season 4, 5. I've honestly lost track. Either way, the most recent season of Cobra Kai. We finished watching it. This is, of course, the Karate Kid spin-off follow-up that started on YouTube, migrated over to Netflix, and has been way more popular than it had any business being. So we finished watching season 5.
And talking about pace, this one is from beginning to end. It's like intense.
Oh, yeah. Stuff is happening.
Yeah.
Kids are beating up each other, and grown men are beating each other up, and families are getting destroyed, and families are getting put back together.
Yeah.
And then we go to Mexico, and like, oh
babies.
My gosh, so much
is
happening. The first part of the season, I'll admit, I was a little bit bored. Like, oh my gosh, we're retreading old stuff. But by the end, I was like back in.
Yeah, no, it was fun.
Yeah.
The bad guy was really bad.
So bad.
And there's no lack of bad guys because he brought more bad guys.
He did.
And the fun thing about expanding on that universe is that the connections, you can't say it's retconning because it's revealing something about some person's past that we didn't know. So it might be a little retconning because when they wrote that character back in the day, they didn't thought that deeply. They didn't wrote him that deeply. But there's a lot of things that they like. Some characters like Terry Silver and chosen, the right things from their past. So it's pretty cool.
They took like one line from the movies.
Yeah.
Where someone's like, "Oh yeah, I studied this." moving on. And now they're like, all right, so this is a whole plot point. It's going to be a big part of the story arc. They did a pretty good job with it.
Oh, yeah. No, and it's really good. You see, in Star Wars, they talk about the Clone Wars, right? On episode
That's
4.
right. It's just like one...
And then they went and told the story of the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Even though it was like the opposite direction, right? It was like...
They mentioned the future and go to the past. Yeah.
And then they decided to screw up the future. The post-future of the future. Anyways. So, Cobra Kai. It was fun. The soundtrack, the vibes, you know, even though it's nothing 80s, but there's like this elements from the 80s. They play on the nostalgia because, you know, fan service sells and pays up.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
But it's not enough to carry a whole show. And I think they did okay, like, building into something new this time.
Yeah. And what do you mean something new? It's the same thing.
I mean...
Good guys and bad guys.
Yeah, good guys and bad guys in karate. But I mean, like, it's not just all Karate Kid references. It's...
Well, but the Karate Kid characters are there.
Well, yeah, okay. Never mind. Never mind.
Anyways, anything else about Cobra Kai?
Nothing. It was super fun, and the fans agree because it's in the Netflix top 10. So...
Yeah. The show's gonna have more seasons, and they're gonna expand to the world now. It's not only the valley. That's right.
There's a Sekai Taikai.
Yeah.
A world karate tournament.
Yeah,
oh man.
The odds are, much higher. And yeah, Cobra Kai season 5 on Netflix. Season 6 coming next year.
Yep.
Yeah, and they getting really good numbers. To the point that Sony announced, we're gonna make another movie. It's not clear what the movie is gonna be about. They promised to go back to the original franchise, which could mean back to Daniel Miyagi, flashbacks, reboot, remake, recast. All they could back to Julie and Miyagi. And what happened to Julie after Karate Kid 4, which is not really called that. It's called the New Karate Kid, which there's still like speculation and hope and mystery about, is Julie Tara, not Tara, what's her name? The bad girl.
Oh, Tanya?
Tori
Nichols.
Is it truly Tori's mom that is in bed dying on the next room, but you never see it?
Huh.
So there's still that to be reviewed. It might not be. It might be some other colleague from the school. You know, when Elizabeth Shue was in the school running with friends, one of those friends, someone that say, "Hi, Daniel," or someone that was rooting for them.
Yeah.
It could be anyone. But the big speculation is that Julie? You know, that would be a big connection to the originals, because Julie was Miyagi's student, so she learned Miyagi-Do style karate.
Yeah.
And so that would help Tori move even more to the light side. But it's only speculation and nobody knows. And they might just keep it in the box. You know, she's just a mom that's going through a tough time. But we'll see. These guys prove that nobody is safe, in a good way. Nobody from the original movies is safe of not being on the show. So
they will bring back all the references.
Bring everybody.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So Cobra Kai is doing really well. The Crown season 2. I guess the Queen has been dead long enough that everyone's rewatched season 1, and so now season 2 of The Crown is getting its way into the Netflix top 10. Also doing very well with ratings and demand is House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Which could very soon double Rings of Fire. What? Rings of Power.
Rings of Power.
Yeah. Double demand for Rings of Power.
My source wrote wrong. And it was a big media outlet. It was like...
Yeah. That's weird. Either way, this is not a surprise to me whatsoever, because Rings of Power... In fact, okay. Well, first of all, House of the Dragon is good and fun and interesting. And Rings of Power... not.
Yeah.
And it occurred to me the only positive thing I've seen about it.
There's a couple elements that also help Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon. It has butts. And what I mean that is, it helps the audience, sex sells. So it helps the audience on an HBO show. But the other main thing that helps the HBO show is George Martin is heavily involved. The author is involved. On the Amazon's Rings of Power, the author is dead, and they think they can do anything. Which, come on, it's written. It's written. And
if you want to do your own thing, do your own thing. Make up your own fantasy series with elves. Like seriously, if they just slap different names on all of this and let this be just an original story, which is basically what they're like, it would be fine.
Yeah, and they
don't call it Lord of the Rings and then give us something that's not Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, and the sad thing is, I'm sorry, I'm gonna. Sorry.
Bless you.
Anyways, the point. There's so many disappointing things about the show, but they keep throwing big names, big events from Tolkien universe, and I was like, if you only have been doing everything else right, you just go, but this is one of the Silmarils. I was like, you guys cannot tell a simple story. Now you're gonna try to don't go there. Fortunately, they can't, because they don't have the rights for it. I'm still surprised that they mention. I guess it's because Lord of the Rings appendices mentions so much stuff that they can explore. Anyways, but House of the Dragon is doing great. Last episode was the end of the first phase of the show, where Rhaenyra was a young girl, and so was Alicent. Starting next Sunday, new episode. They're gonna be young
big time
adults.
Jump.
They're gonna be a time jump, a recast for some of those characters. Mainly those two, right?
I think so. There's a few other people who will be, but those are the two.
The cousin.
Yeah, the cousin/husband.
Yeah. No, not that one.
No, he's getting
he changed that too. Okay, yeah, I was talking about the cousin.
I think
the sister of the
sister.
Yeah.
The cousin/sister-in-law.
Oh, jeez, yes, yeah. I forgot about that.
This family is so screwed up. So screwed up to the point that, like, in the show, when they're like, "Hey, you should marry your cousin who is totally gay," like, at this point in the show, it's like, do
not marry your uncle.
Yeah, like, this is not a bad option. Yes, marry the gay cousin. This seems like this is going to provide some stability for everybody. So, like, that's how screwed up this family is. But
I wonder now that you mentioned the gay cousin, it's like she had sex with another man. I wonder if they will come. I guess because of the time jump, there'll definitely not be a baby, right?
No, we saw like 3 kids in the trailer.
Yeah.
Or in the teaser for next week. Yeah.
Okay. So
it is going to be an issue because she does have kids, and they are clearly not Targaryen or Velaryon.
Yeah, but following the tradition of Game of Thrones, if she has kids, they will not be white of hair.
Exactly. That's what I said. They're not. They're clearly not.
Oh, I guess I missed that. I didn't see. Anyways.
Yeah, I know. She's got a bunch of little brunettes running around.
House of the Dragon, like Jon Snow. House of the Dragon. It's available on HBO Max, HBO. Amazon Rings of Power are available on Amazon.
Yep. Okay, let's go over to some business news and announcements in the industry. George Lucas has been working on a museum of narrative art, but the opening's been pushed back to 2025.
Yes, he first announced in 2017, and among other things, there'll be a lot of Star Wars things there. It's gonna be pretty cool. So when it's open, when you build it, they will come.
Yes, I think we will go to that. I would like that very much because there's so much art. Like, not just the stuff they actually made, but a lot of the art that, like the concept art that was created before. I love it so much. Like Ralph McQuarrie. Anyway, lots of good stuff there. Okay, the Tiffany Haddish Sexy Beat lawsuit. what a disaster.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
bad.
That was terrible. And then this week something really weird happened. They dropped the suit.
Yep.
And it was like, no settlement. They dropped the suit.
Yeah.
I was like, huh.
Because last week they were saying, okay, we'll go to settlement. We'll go to mediation or whatever the legal term is. But now it's just gone?
Yeah. It's like they fought this whole time, and now it's we're going to leave this behind. It's like
yeah.
a
We've
settlement
put this behind us.
under the table. Threats. I don't know. It's just definitely weird. But
it is weird because, like, nobody need to threaten anything.
What do you mean?
I mean, they could have just, like, settled with a bunch of NDAs and, like, called it a day.
Yeah.
Because the damage is already done. In fact, Tiffany Haddish said she said all her gigs are gone. Like, she's lost a ton of work, lost her standing, all that over this lawsuit. So, like, it's not like anybody's benefited from this going away. So I wonder if... I don't know. It sounds sketchy. It sounds weird. And it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, moving on. Another scandalous news is that kid, I completely forgot his name, from Riverdale that killed his mom was sentenced for life imprisonment with the possibility of probably 14 years. Anyways, but yeah, it's
so sad.
Dark side of Hollywood.
Oh, excuse me. Well, I don't think this is part of the dark side. Jimmy Kimmel has extended his deal with ABC for 3 more years.
Yeah.
So there'd be at least 3 more years of Jimmy Kimmel gracing our television screens in the late night hours.
And on ABC, let's see, NBC has 2. So they have the main and they have the bench warmer guy. Which is the Tonight Show by Jimmy Fallon, and then they have Seth Meyers coming right after on the Late Show. So that happened before. Whoever is on the later one is the number 2, is the bench warmer, the replacement that takes over. So Jay Leno was the Tonight Show, and the Conan was later, and then Jay left. Conan took over the Tonight Show. They backstabbed Conan. Conan was followed by Fallon. Fallon took over. And so, yeah, NBC has that. So does CBS. They have Stephen Colbert. And they have, what's his bucket? The British that sings.
James Corden.
James Corden. That is leaving soon. So that one is unusual. ABC doesn't have a second show. So when Fallon leaves, it could be someone completely new because they don't have, a perspective future in the number 2. Anyways, Akeem was renewed. I think he's the very bottom on the numbers because I think it's Gutfield, the guy in Fox.
That's right.
And then comes Colbert, and then Fallon. And then Kimmel. So, but yeah, they renewed. I guess they didn't want to look for something new.
Yeah. I think Kimmel's doing fine as far as late night talk show hosts go. I don't watch those shows, but I enjoy the clips every now and then. Okay, Mark Zuckerberg. Okay, so since Facebook shifted to the Metaverse, Zuckerberg's worth has cut in half.
Yeah, he was among the top 5 most rich men on the planet, and now he's like top 20.
Only one of the top 20 richest people in the world.
Yeah.
Oh, fetch the smelling salts.
Another show we finished this week was Superpumped about what's his book? Travis Kalanick. Travis Kalanick.
Something like that.
And, the founder of Uber, and their love and hate, more hate relationship with him and the rest of the company and pretty much everybody in the world.
So sketch.
Superpumped season 2 will be about Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook and Meta and all that.
Cool. All I've seen about the Metaverse, like I've never seen anybody talk about the Metaverse unless they're being paid to talk about the Metaverse.
Well, the Metaverse, one of the biggest things, it was that the company changed its name. It's it's not Facebook anymore. It's
Meta.
Meta. But yeah, in reality,
yeah. I mean that's what I'm saying. It doesn't seem like anybody's like, well, super pumped about it.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see on Superpumped season 2.
We will. Okay, so Zuckerberg has dropped in half, but Rumble had their first day as a public company. Their stock went up 40%.
Yeah, Rumble, which is a great alternative. We might have an episode on Rumble eventually. I'm thinking about it. But Rumble is the good alternative to YouTube. It's a conservative media group. They also own Locals. They have a lot of social media, social network, media network, whatever. And there's movies being released. There's conservative artists putting their stuff there because YouTube, not only YouTube, but Google that owns YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and all that clearly censor some stuff. There's like sometimes one word, one thing that triggers YouTube and you blocked, and they're recurring, one word, block again, you block for life. Rumble is a good alternative. They came public, and yeah, good for them. 40% on day one.
Doing well. Okay, let's go over and look at some shows and movies coming out. The Fabelmans was screened at the Toronto Film Festival and seemed to do really well.
Yeah, I saw the trailers, and it's definitely, has Spielberg on it. It has Spielberg directing. It's definitely starting the award season for next year, and it's usually around this time, the fall, that come the movies, to take over those golden statues.
Yes. So they already have their first one. They won the audience award. And then Weird, the Al Yankovic story. This is the one starring Daniel Radcliffe that looks so good and I'm really excited about. They won the Midnight Madness prize. Yeah. I don't know what that is, but it seems fitting. So
yeah, I mean, the movie was praised. So
yeah. Okay, let's go over to DC for a second. Tell us about Zack Snyder and Teen Titans Go.
Zack Snyder himself, and that was promised a while ago, is on the 365th episode of Teen Titans Go.
So many episodes.
And the show, I mean, honestly, could go on forever. It's, it's fun. It's funny. It's hilarious. They dance. They do crazy teen stuff.
They have amazing songs.
And they met their creators. This time they wanted to make another movie, and they asked Zack Snyder to give his touch, to give his style. And Snyder definitely did. He asked, like, you want historical epics? You want dark, gritty? Or you want post-apocalyptical? And then Snyder gave them the treatment. They fight dark side in the rain. In the rain, yes. In the very Justice League Snyder cut style. It's great. It's fun.
It is. It's good. I have a lot of respect for people who can mock themselves.
And it's funny. There's an episode at the beginning of the clip. I don't know if you saw, but Snyder is like flexing, exercising with big weights. Yeah. Zack Snyder himself just posted a picture. I don't know if it was a joke because of the episode. He's very into this. He plays with people. He takes pictures and tease cryptic messages and stuff. But he posted a picture of a room full of weights, some sort of gym, and he says, "Back to the office."
Classic Snyder. Anyway, Teen Titans Go, still a super fun show, and I look forward to watching the full Snyder episode. Kate Winslet is in
all this voiced by Zack Snyder himself.
Yes. Okay, so Kate Winslet has been working on a film called Lee. They're filming in Croatia, and she fell and ended up in the hospital.
Yes, it's a World War II movie. She seems to be okay, and she's gonna be back soon. But you know, it's never a good thing to fall and end up in the hospital.
Yeah. Vince Gilligan is working on a series for Apple Plus.
Yeah, Vince Gilligan that's been working. He worked on X-Files. He had several works before.
Oh, okay.
But on the last 15 years, we've been working with the anti-hero, with the dark side of humanity. He, of course, on Breaking Bad, the highly acclaimed Breaking Bad, and finally on Better Call Saul. So after these two shows, he got this deal with Apple, and he's bringing Rhea, what's the bucket?
Rhea Seehorn.
Rhea Seehorn, who was in Better Call Saul. She's blondie. That's friends with Jimmy or Saul.
Oh.
And
Kim Wexler.
Yes.
Who deserves so much better.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, so he's bringing her to this show, and he said that this time he's gonna leave the anti-hero, the villainous, and go for the heroic. And he say, who better than Rhea to help me doing this? So he's doing this new show for Apple, and that's how I know. That's how I know. Yeah.
All right.
But you know, the
guy
they've
already got 2 seasons.
Proves again and again that you know he does do a good job, a terrific job.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be watching for that. We're also going to be watching for Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley, who's just announced some more cast members.
Oh yeah, they're gonna bring the original cast members: Judge Reynolds, Anthony, what was the list? Paul Reiser, John Ashton, and Bronson Pinchot. There's no Anthony, I guess.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, it's like the two cops. Bobomil. Oh crap! I should know those.
I've only seen the movie once, and I don't remember.
You still have to watch 2 more before the 4th one.
Oh,
but anyways, there's so the original cops that take care of him. His partner in New York, I think, was Paul Reiser, and Bronson Pinchot. Do you know from Stranger? Was it a cousin show? Was it called Stranger?
Cousin show?
Yeah, it's like hey cousin.
Oh shoot! Perfect Stranger? No.
Perfect Stranger. Yes. Perfect Stranger.
Okay.
Yeah, you know from him. He was from that country. Oh, come on! How could I forget that?
I don't know what you mean. The made-up country.
Sokovia. No. Anyways, on the show, he was like, I think he was a gay. I mean, he's now gay. Gay was Damon Wayans. He was a gay concierge guy, whatever, in the hotel. It's like, don't forget the bananas. Anyways, Pinchot was an assistant on the gallery where the bad guy worked. Yes. Anyway, so they bring all these good guys back.
Yep.
It's going to be fun.
It will be fun. All right, we're going to end on a couple of bizarre but entertaining pieces of news. Kanye West is starting what he hopes to be a chain of schools.
Yes.
So
a highly
so that's happening.
Kanye West.
Yeah, private schools. The uniforms, I kid you not, include Balenciagas and Yeezys.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So one school, like, it's already functioning. They've got professionals involved, but not totally, and the school is not accredited. The principal does not have any prior experience in education.
But who does, right?
Well, a lot of people. Actually, a lot of people do. Anyway, so that's a thing that's happening.
But he said something that's more alarming than all that. He claimed, he said, and I quote, he admits that he never read any book, which is, it has to be a joke.
I mean, he must have read something, but I guess he just doesn't read much anymore at all.
But he did say, reading is like eating Brussels sprouts for me. And I must say, it's like, I feel the same way. Brussels sprouts are like Brussels sprouts for me. So,
yeah, oh, are they?
Yeah. So, if he means that Brussels sprouts I don't know. I just
read a book, man. Everyone needs to read.
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk about
you could go
the research.
meta on it and read a book about Brussels sprouts and make a music and make an experience. Next
he
album,
could go to the school and read aloud to the pre-K kinder classes.
Next album, Kanye go to Brussels to release a Brussels sprout album.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
what a world we live in. Last but not least, what has Tom Hardy been up to?
Oh, Venom, Bane. What else? I think he was a warrior.
He was a pilot that one time.
No, I'm talking about buff guys.
I don't know about
tough
buff guys.
I think he was in a movie called Warrior. He beat the crap out of Joe Edgerton. I think it was him. Anyways, that guy, tough guy. He signed up for MMA, right? Jiu-jitsu competition, and actually won.
He won his division with a, quote, gnarly chokehold.
Yeah, so, I don't know, method acting, preparing for the next role.
Yeah, I guess.
Or just having good old fun.
Yeah, the good old fun of choking people out. Yeah. What a Tom Hardy thing to do.
Yeah, anyways. That's it?
Yeah, that's everything.
Okay, I guess that's it for this week. We coming back next with our special about everything Fan X. We're going to talk a lot about everything we see, what we like, what we learned. And again, Fan X is on for the next 2 days. So if you can, go check it. Also check our next episodes. And may the force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Bye.